Breaking news coming in wherein ahead of Prime Minister Modi's visit to the United States this month, United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken spoke about the ties between the two nations, saying, and I quote, "We see this defining relationship as a unique connection between the world's oldest and the largest democracies, with a special obligation now to demonstrate that our governments can deliver for and empower all of our citizens." Now, he also spoke about building a prosperous Indo-Pacific tie. Now, we have some reaction on this, and we can see what Antony Blinken has said. Let's take a look.
We see the importance of the partnership in a shared commitment to address regional and global challenges, promoting health security, working with our Quad partners to build a free, open, secure, prosperous Indo-Pacific, where people, where goods, where ideas can travel freely and rules are applied fairly. I have witnessed India's constructive leadership on these issues up close these last 2.5 years. And I see it in their ambitious agenda at this year's G20. Simply put, we see this defining relationship as a unique connection between the world's oldest and largest democracies, with a special obligation now to demonstrate that our governments can deliver for and empower all of our citizens.
As Atul said, we are a week away from the historic state visit of Prime Minister Modi to the United States at the invitation of President Biden. There is great excitement on both sides, as you can see. My Prime Minister is only the third Indian leader in our independent history to be accorded the honor of state visit by the US President. He also will become the only Indian leader to address the US Congress twice.
Well, we heard what both sides had to say about this particular meet and how they're looking forward to it. And we have Abhishek Jha joining us on the broadcast on this particular topic. And Abhishek, a very good morning to you. Well, could you please put it into context for our viewers as to, like, right now we are literally at the eve of what we believe will be a historic state visit by Prime Minister Modi. How important is it for both these two democracies?
Of course, India and USA, they have been trying to become more closer and create more robust partnership in all arena, including strategic, defense sector, political, commerce, trade, and issues of, contemporary times, that is climate change, energy transition, cybersecurity, AI threat, and all, space technology. So there is hardly any sector which is left where these two countries are not trying to collaborate. So in that context, it becomes really important that the two leaders will be having a conversation in the next week. Also is important the fact that the USA has had this bipartisan support to have a greater collaboration with India. We have seen Prime Minister Modi being hosted by President Donald Trump earlier, also in Washington. And now President Biden is also showing a keenness to host President Modi over a dinner in Washington. So clearly, there is a bipartisan support. In fact, Prime Minister Modi, when he'll be addressing the U.S. Congress, and he'll be only the third leader in the history of U.S. To do so, he will be having a lot more, support from both sides of the aisle as a friend of USA. We have also seen India and USA collaborating in areas of regional cooperation, like in Indo-Pacific. We have seen Quad, that is the formation of India, USA, Australia, and Japan. Then there is a growing interest of USA in collaborating in India as a technology sharing technology, so that India can have its Make in India program even go further. There's a lot of defense engagement that is going on between the two sides, where, in fact, the USA has been showing an interest where it can gradually, over a period of few years from now, can help India shift away from Russian-based defense equipment. So this is also one of the reason why USA and West is showing great interest in having a defense collaboration with India.
Right, Abhishek, if you could just circle back to the Indo-Pacific ties that you spoke about, because we know that was an important topic of focus when all these leaders met at the Quad meet as well, which was held during the G7 meets. So could you tell us a bit more as to what all we can be expecting in that particular arena?
So Indo-Pacific remains one of the most busiest, trade route where oil and all sort of cargo goods travel through, and we have seen Chinese dominance in that area. India, USA, Japan, and Australia. These four countries do have their strategic and defense and commerce interests. If that area remains open and free for all. So this is what all these countries have been trying to achieve by having a collaboration and creating a security architecture also in Indo-Pacific. And there is an interest also to have more like-minded partners along the coast of South China Sea who are dominated and who are a victim of aggression by China and who wants to collaborate in a format like Quad. Because the importance of the commerce, because of the economic interest, because of the natural resources that this region has, these four countries have come together to ensure that this region of the sea or maritime remains open and free for all and is not dominated or hegemonized by China or any other country. So this is the basic concept. India and USA have been collaborating on that. In the past also we have seen another, financial architecture is also being created by USSI to have more infrastructure development in the countries in South China Sea as well.
Right. Thank you so much for all those updates. Clearly, a lot is riding on this meeting.